Hey everybody, Ashley E. Norton here, proud Electro-Voice ambassador, here for an official review of the Everse8 speaker. So this little guy packs a lot of power. I've used it so far as a monitor at both my solo shows and for my full band shows, as well as for speaking engagement, as well as a main speaker for some of my solo shows, especially in smaller rooms and whatnot. I would also highly recommend it for busking. Let's go through the top 5 things I love about this speaker. In order, number 1, I love that the speaker is wireless, as in you don't have to plug it into a wall in order to turn it on. That is fantastic, again, like I said, for busking. Also for full band shows, especially the ones with where there's only like one little outlet in the corner and you need that for your main. You don't need one at all for this. It's also great for rooms where the outlet isn't necessarily close to you, and just overall kind of a cool thing. I recently had it at a show with my full band and it really saved us because the main speaker was pretty far away from our bass player and drummer and we hadn't planned on that. And I was like, I got the perfect solution. Ta-da, to the rescue. It's come in handy so many times when I didn't necessarily think it would. So I don't really remember what life was like without it. It's got about 12 hours of battery life on it. So for me, I'd safely say I can get through about 3 gigs. I probably wouldn't go for 4 just in case, without having to recharge it. And then charging it at home is super easy. You just literally plug it into the wall. Now, I've had wireless speakers before and I've been pretty disappointed. I couldn't get the volume that I wanted out of them. Some of them started distorting pretty easily. And also, I felt like I had to sacrifice the quality of sound in order to have it. None of that is the case with this Everse8. It sounds fantastic and it's super loud. And I haven't even used half the volume power that I need for it yet. And I'm not sure I will because it's super, super loud and it sounds great. You can connect the Quick Smart app to it, so you can adjust levels, but I haven't even really had to do a whole lot of that. I just really like the zeroed out balance sound, to be quite honest. Obviously, it depends on the room. My second favorite thing is that it has 2 built-in channels, which is great for those solo shows. And once again, busking, I'm not a big busker, but this kind of makes me want to be one. You just carry it with you to wherever you want to be. Put 1 XLR for your microphone and 1 1/4-inch for your guitar, and that's it. You're good to go. And that's mostly all I do for my setup. So it's really great for me for any room. And I think will be for a lot of you too. So my third favorite feature is that it's waterproof. To be quite honest, this is really a feature that's mostly going to be great for you DJs because you can set it up near a pool or not have to worry if it's raining. It has this waterproof casing, which I'll show you on the back here. This does need to come off if you're going to plug in a cable for a microphone or a guitar. So it's now no longer waterproof with the casing off of it. It's not like completely waterproof, but it is great, especially when you're carrying it to a gig and it's raining. You don't have to worry about that. Or, if you're like jumping over a creek or something, because that's something that us musicians typically do on our way to gigs. But I did recently take it to a gig where it was raining outside, and that was fabulous because, again, I didn't have to worry about it getting it wet to or from my car. And, even when you're plugging in your XLR or your 1/4-inch, you take the waterproof casing off. It still makes me feel better having a waterproof speaker when you're out on rainy days and there's like a little bit of wetness around. However, I don't recommend throwing it in the pool. This brings me to number 4, which is I love that it's lightweight. It's just about 17 pounds. And honestly, I'm not the strongest person. I mean, look at these tiny little arms. So it's nice for me to not have to worry about carrying it to and from gigs, especially because some of those walks get really long. And I have the 50M and the 30M, and those are pretty lightweight too, but they can get heavy after a while. So I'm going to start bringing this out to those gigs where I know like I'm playing halfway across the world. You can make it part of your workout routine. You can put it up on a speaker stand, or you can just put it up on a stool, or it can be used as a monitor. You can put it on its side. It's got different options and like these little flat areas to make you use it for wherever you want. So I love that I don't have to break a sweat to carry it around. There are some shows where I'm going to need the bigger speaker, but mostly when I'm solo, I don't have to. And also just having a lightweight monitor is a great thing for me and my band. So my fifth favorite thing about the speaker is the fact that it is Bluetooth. I love that I'm able to play my own break music at gigs. You know, when you're standing up there just trying to wave at somebody, trying to get them to turn off the music. You don't have to. I just hook up the Bluetooth and I get my own playlist on Spotify going, and I put my own music on a lot of that playlist so people can hear that too, and it counts those little ticks to get my 0.000006 cents. I love the Bluetooth feature on most of the EV speakers. It's just really it's a gig saver. There are only two negative things I found out about the speaker, and they're really, really small. The first one is it does scratch easily. I wish I had known that before I got it, but learn the hard way, I guess. But I'm here to tell you guys now to get a case. Electro-Voice has a case that they sell for the Evolve8 that's perfect and it's padded, and you can throw it in your car and it can knock up against stuff and it's not going to scratch. It's not the same material as the 50M and the 30M, which I found is pretty scratch proof. Maybe you just don't really care about that sort of thing though, and you can live with scratches on your speaker. No big deal. It probably isn't one. My OCD kicks in though. Get a case, wrap it in a blanket, whatever you want to do, it'll be fine. The other thing that I wish it did is I wish it connected Bluetooth speaker to speaker. I would love to be able to have a wireless system completely where I don't have to connect this as a monitor to the 50M or the 30M. Unfortunately, you still do, but all you need is a long XLR cable and you should be good to go. I just bought a 100-foot cable for certain gigs where I want the speaker to actually be kind of far away. But yeah, maybe one day that'll be a feature, but for now, again, small problem, easy fix. Overall, I'd say get the speaker. My band, Lady Psychiatrist Booth, loves it. I'm Ashley Norton. I love it for my solo shows. We're actually recording a new album right now, and I've been listening to some of the mixes through it, and it sounds awesome. Thank you, EV, for constantly helping me improve my live sound. I love you guys. I love the Everse8. I know you guys will love it too. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more reviews and music, and thank you very much for watching this today. See you at the gig.